Guys, hello and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, we're going to be doing some more Animal Company. And in this one, I want to welcome you guys to a new member of the family. This is Sunny D. So today, we're back in the winter update of Animal Company. And in this video, what I want to go and try is we're going to go and put our building skills to the test. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we've already done some mech builds. We've done some ultimate sled builds. But in this video, what I want to go and try to do is I want to create the ultimate plane to use against monsters. As some of you guys may know, in this winter update, there is a brand new Christmas present over by the lake. And our goal is to go and take on all of the monsters over there and somehow clear out an entire wave only using our goop build. So guys, I have no time to spare. If you want to see some more goop building videos in the future, I definitely suggest subscribing to the channel because we have a lot more to go and do. So guys, we're gonna go and start this off kind of like our first ever aircraft build that we ended up doing. So we need to go and grab a saddle. We'll also go and grab some little goop here. We'll chuck that on. And then one of our base things that we definitely need to use as well are the good old planks, bro. There's something about it that just really gives it the style of the plane that I'm looking for. And I think if we keep this kind of build schematic, we should be able to do something pretty awesome in this video. I'm hoping that in this one, since I've actually been doing a lot of goop building outside of recording, I'm hoping that I'll be a lot better about speed building in this too. So we need to go and grab so much of this goop, and we also need to go and use some extra joysticks to add some extra controls to this thing too. But I don't know if we have the exact distance that we need for these guys, but I definitely know that I want to go and grab a few more of these box fans. We need to go boom. So that's going to be majorly just straight to go and actually fly us that way. And then we'll need to go and grab just a few of these joystick controllers to at least help us get a little bit better of a pitch to lift off the ground. So we'll go like that. We'll grab some extra goop. Thank you for the goop. I really wish that they would like basically extend the amount of items that you can spawn in, especially with goop building wise. Like, I think that's probably one of my biggest things that I run into with building is that I have to worry about the cooldown most of the time. But that was not meant to be coming here. I meant to just go and buy a box fan. But we'll go and chuck all of these guys. It might be a little bit harder to get these base ones on here, but we're going to try our best. So just make sure that we keep it lined up. We want to keep it as straight as possible. But this looks pretty solid, boys. Because then if we go and take off the ground, we actually stay pretty straight, and we're able to go and lift up higher just by moving this too. This is perfect, dude. I can almost, like, actually automate this too. Okay, this for our base is looking actually really, really good. So we'll go and leave you here, and there's going to be a little bit of a different design that I do on this one. Usually I like to go and chuck like a bunch of backpacks or something to go and just like make the body of the vehicle. But something that I actually noticed is that if we use the saddle as our main base, what we're able to go and do as well is we can actually go and chuck on, not this guy. That one is actually gigantic. We cannot use that. We wanted to go and use this other beam, and this will be our body type. So we'll chuck this right onto our saddle if we can. If you wouldn't mind, I want to just go like boom. And there we go. So now we got our main body piece here. We have our saddle to go and control the main thing. And luckily, even having that steel beam, it doesn't change the weight of how our vehicle actually goes. So we're able to go and keep this for a pretty solid look on our plane, but we have a lot more to go and do. So let me go and get rid of this big steel beam. I want to go and chuck on, I think what I need is a tail. We're going to need some extra goop. And then we'll probably need an extra piece of wood for this too. Maybe if I just go and put this on the table, it might make it easier to place it. Dude! Okay, this actually worked perfect. Okay, that looks a lot better, boys. Dude! Okay, our plane is coming out pretty dang well, boys. Check this thing out. We got our main front wings. We got it actually flying pretty straight. And then I want to go and chuck an extra tail on the back. And then we'll probably go and throw a umbrella on this too, just so we can actually fly on it. Perfect, boys. Let's go. Okay, so now we got a test flight. This is the main build. And then this is with the umbrella. Nice. So we have our main plane. We're going to go and actually park you because we need to go and add a tail to this too so we can fly a little bit faster. So we're going to chuck this like so. Dude, it actually looks so good too. I can't believe how well this is coming along and as quickly as we've been doing it. But let's grab, I think it was just a regular joystick, right? I think that's all we need. So we'll grab one more joystick. We'll chuck you right onto this, my guy, if you wouldn't mind. I think we'll put the tail probably about here. We'll get a joystick to go here. Unless I'm doing this wrong. And you know what? Just for the sake of it, I think we are going to chuck some extra ones on here. Just in case, it might actually give us a little bit of a better lift when we go and do it this way. So we'll just go kaboom. And then we need 2 more goops. And then we got our other box fans. And pretty much after that, we got our main base build for our plane. This thing is actually turning out really good so far. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I want to make sure this all operates. So if we move this down... Oh my gosh, boys. But our tail is just slightly over to the side. So I feel like if we do go and use this, it's going to move us to the right or left when we use the tail. So it slightly moves us a little bit to the right every time that we go. But you know what? I think we can work with this build. This looks freaking amazing. Okay, so now we got our base flight module. There's something else I want to go and add to. So we need to go and park this guy. Thank you. Please don't fly away. There was something else I wanted to go and add because I feel like this would be a really cool way to kind of integrate a new system into the way that I do this, which is actually adding other wings. Usually I only have like the front and tail wings, but this time around, boys, I thought of something that I thought would be a really, really cool add. You guys may think this idea is a little bit whack, but I feel like it looks really cool with the steel beams. What I want to do is throw these wings onto the main body. So as long as this actually lines up. Nice, dude. Okay, and then let's go and grab our second little steel thing here. We'll go and chuck this one like so. And I think that's pretty even, boys. Yes! This is looking so sick. Okay, so we have our main body. We got the umbrella to help hover us. And then plus, we got the other wings just to add to the style of this. But there's one last thing I want to go and do before we go and get this out and test it on the monsters. It's going to be really, really weird. But I want to go and grab some goop. Obviously enough, we need to go and add this to our main build. We'll go and chuck that probably by this end. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of work to do. Okay, we need to go and get a backpack loaded with some items. This will either go amazing or horribly wrong. But boys, we need to go and basically grab a bunch of these cluster nades. And we're going to use this on our plane as our way to attack the monsters over by the lake. So we need to go and store up our backpack with as many of these that we can buy. And then on top of that, I also want to go and do a little bit of some on the front of our plane too. Not only do we have a backpack that's going to be loaded up with cluster grenades, but we're going to have a bit of firepower to go and work with too. So we'll chuck you there. And then we need 4 of these bad boys, which is going to be super expensive. I am breaking the bank with every one of these videos. Like, no joke, it has been a little crazy. I've been getting a little bit more expansive with my spending. We're actually going to angle these down instead. I think it will be a better idea. I don't want to be flying head on onto all these monsters. Let me go right back to this, though, because I need to make sure that we don't despawn our vehicle, because this thing is turning out freaking amazing so far. We got our wings. We got everything on this. I just don't know how we're going to be able to activate that stuff without activating everything else in the game, too. This could get really sketchy. Okay, boys, we're going to do a little bit of a test run. All I want to see is whether or not if the flamethrowers... Oh my gosh, they're almost like thrusters on it. I feel like I should have done it on the back, because I feel like I'm not going to do like any damage with this forward. It looks cool, but yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the best idea using it the way that I am. But for this video, we are going to commit to the original vision. Okay, we're going to stick with our original idea of the flamethrowers on the front. And I definitely need to go and fill the rest of this backpack, because we need as much artillery as possible if we're going to make this work. And also, little update, if you guys hear any yipping and yapping in the background, I actually just picked up a new puppy. We got a little baby golden retriever that is just a little over 12 weeks old now, which is crazy. But I decided to go and get a little friend for Sky, and she has been wonderful, guys. And I'm really excited to spend more time with her. So if these videos seem a little bit more like rushed around right now, just know that I'm spending a lot more time with the dog, so it's been a little bit harder to keep up with all of these videos. But boys, we have our first main backpack. I think it might not be a bad idea to go and add a second backpack on here too. So I think as long as this doesn't decide to glitch out, I'm going to go and grab one more goop and fill another backpack with a ton of the little grenades. And we're going to use that as another way to go and attack from both sides. Actually, I just realized I can only do one bag, because if I'm going to be flying the plane, I need one hand to also have a remote controller to go and operate the bag to use that too. So unfortunately enough, we are going to only have one bag for all of like the grenades and stuff. But for the most part, this is the build. So this right here, I don't even know what we're going to call this guy, but it is an absolute unit. We got flamethrowers on the front. We got flashlights on the front. We got all of these other fans to use as our like propelling force to fly it. We got an umbrella for when the engine's cut out, we could actually just float. And then plus, one of the biggest things too is we have a backpack that will drop a ton of cluster grenades on any of the enemies. So guys, without further ado, let's go and fly our way over to the little lake area. And I'm actually gonna have to go and use a little teleporter to get through here, because I'm guessing with our vehicle, it's probably going to be a little bit hard to actually get through here naturally. So we'll go and shoot it just one more to there, just to make sure that we're safe. But boys, I think we're golden. We literally have the entire aircraft over in the zone. Okay, so now we have our other thing here to use for the backpack. This is it, the true test. I don't know if the flamethrower is going to let us do it. Oh, nope, nope, nope. We got to go. Uh-oh, we have a lot of red light, green lights. And we got so many monsters over here. Okay, this might actually work good for us. We need to go and fly up, and then I'm going to go and glide over. And then we got to drop these grenades as soon as possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's open up. Oh, wait, I don't have the thing on. Oh, no. Okay, let's try this again. We'll just go shablam. Did it work? Oh, we're dropping them. It's working. Let's go and drop a few more. This is bad. This is bad. We just dropped so many cluster grenades. Don't forget to close the bag. Yeah, that's an oopsie. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we went through all of our ammunition that we have with the actual bombs. But we do have like the quadruple flamethrowers, which is great. But we lost all of our cluster grenades, which is not pretty. But at least something that we learned is that the flames do work. All right, boys, let's do one more main test flight. But this time around, we're going to go and use the flamethrowers and see what we can do. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Okay, maybe red light, green light will possibly be the hardest thing to get past with this stuff, because they might actually be able to reach us while we're inside of our actual vehicle, which could be very sketchy. Oh, actually, never mind. It seems like the chickens are the worst ones. What the heck, dude? Okay, boys, I think we've definitely myth-busted the fact, though, that this thing definitely works. So, I'm pretty happy with the way the plane came out. I wish we had a way to get a little bit more of the grenades on the vehicle, but for the most part, guys, this was a really cool build, especially with the way that we can just, like, glide out and use it. It's really satisfying to see how this thing actually works. And even going without the vehicle on here, boys, we're able to just go and let this thing hover perfectly fine. Oh, wait, if I had other ammunition inside of there, I could have thrown this like a remote plane and dropped the items that way. Dude, I didn't even think about it that way. Because, like, technically, I don't even need to go and operate this thing. Like, as long as I just go and let it go, as long as I had, like, the backpack with items, I could have just opened up the bag and dropped the stuff that way. Oh, no! Like, look at that, dude. This would have been perfect. But ladies and gentlemen, this was my goop build here inside of Animal Company. If you did end up enjoying this video and like to see more content made on some more goop builds in the future, I definitely suggest dropping a comment down in the comment section below. But that being said, guys, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, keep it toasty, my friends. Laters! And to everyone that watched the end of this video, this is Sunny D. She's our new little puppy that we've added to the family. She's only 12 weeks old, and she's a purebred golden retriever. And I cannot wait till she grows up, because I know her and Sky are going to be the best of friends. Is she hi to the camera? Oh my goodness, is that you?